Hey kids,
Hey Dad!
what do you want to do today?
We don't know!
Want to go to the movies?
No!
Want to go to the water park?
No!
Want to go play disc golf?
Yeah! Let's go play disc golf!
Hey everybody, welcome back to another week of RC Disc Golf. If you haven't yet, go ahead, like, share, subscribe. YouTube, Spotify, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I keep forgetting that one.
Yeah, TikTok. that one's I don't
That's
have
a new
TikTok.
one. That's a new one. I do remember though. It's Morning Head Podcast on Facebook though. It's not JFR Studios like it is everywhere else. I have to change that.
Yeah.
But go ahead, follow the channel, and follow our progress here as we go through the 2024 disc golf season that's about to kick off in 2 weeks for us.
5 weeks?
5 weeks for us.
Yeah, because we got April 6th is it the 6th of April?
Yeah.
First weekend of April.
I thought it was 6th of March when I last looked at it, but no, you're right. It is April. I forgot the name of it already. Some scientific.
Yeah, ran by Eric, and I think EC's helping him run it. I believe. I might be wrong with that. But
Sanctioned for Science 2024 Buffalo CEP charity event. So it's a PDGA XC tier. Yep. April 6th hosted by Tree Direction Disc Golf.
So that I believe EC helps Eric run those. They do a pretty good job.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, they're always on top of getting the courses set up and then giving players time to practice the layout and.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is going to be up. The layout's going to be up before the event?
It should be. Based on how Eric is on top of all this stuff, he's a really good TD. So I would imagine he'd have everything set up and he goes all out with everything and everything's caddy book matches everything. It's perfect.
Nice. Yeah, that's not out yet. That's not going to be out probably until later that month.
Yeah.
The week before, I think usually that.
Yeah.
The schedule and everything comes out fully for it.
Yeah.
I was just going to leave a comment and ask about it, but I don't have a login.
And I think, yeah. And I think on the comments, someone asked if they were going to open up more MA3 spots. And I believe Eric responded that he will assess it come next month or closer to the tournament.
Yeah, depending on how many people sign up for the higher up divisions for amateurs and pros. If there's open spots, then he opens those up in the lower divisions.
Yeah.
So that's the way that I understand it, which makes sense. That means there must be a set amount of players for the whole tournament, not just per division.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So that makes sense. Because obviously, you don't want to you got to have enough if you're doing player packs. You got to have enough for everybody going to be there. You can't order say you got 100 player packs. I'm just throwing a number out there.
Yeah.
And 150 people show up. There's 50 people not getting a player pack.
Yeah.
So that would kind of suck. But some people might not care.
Yeah.
I know I would care. That's one of the reasons why I sign up for these events is to get free shit.
The only time I really care is when we get the double G beef jerky. I love that stuff.
I've never had it.
Oh, that stuff is phenomenal. I love those in the player packs. Those are great.
Lone Star has jerky on their website too.
Oh, do they?
Yes, they do.
Oh,
I forgot what it's called. But I was going through the list of discs last night, and I've picked out 6 other ones that I want to grab. So I'm going to slowly start getting those. A lot of them are 9 speeds, but there's a couple mid-ranges, and I think if the Super Dillo, that's what that other one is. I think I told you last week, the Armadillo. The oversized one is called the Super Dillo, and it's a understable putter. That's the only understable putter that they have. So that's the one I want, and it's sold out. Oh. So unless they get another one in there, I got to keep going on there and hope they restock up with some stuff. But the hat that I want is sold out.
Hopefully that comes in because
I hope so.
They're looking pretty nice.
That's the one thing I don't have is hats.
Yeah, so you won't have to wear the Prodigy hat anymore.
I'm not going to wear the Prodigy hat. I'll wear the Bills hat.
There we go. Got to rep the Bills.
That's right.
Next year for sure.
Or I'll just get a blank one. See, I could probably stamp one.
Yeah, put the logo on a hat. Mm-hmm. There we go.
I could probably do that. Go to Hobby Lobby and get blank hats.
Yeah.
Speaking of Hobby Lobby, I found. I'll throw the picture up on here too, so everybody else can see it. I'll show you on my phone. They have disc golf sets there at Hobby Lobby.
Like starter sets?
Yes, they do.
Oh, there we go.
Ultimate disc golf ready set throw set of 3 discs.
Oh, okay. Who's it made by? It's just
No idea.
Off-brand?
Yep. No idea. I think it was like $20-something.
Oh, there you go.
I want to grab a couple of these and we'll just go to a field and
see what they do.
yeah, we'll play a round Pinewoods or something.
I'll laugh if they break first tree we hit.
I don't know. Yeah, like what would the weight be on them if it's like a random starter pack at a Hobby Lobby?
Yeah, because I think the starter packs, like some of these off-name brands, they don't have to be PDGA approved.
No, they don't. No, they don't. Like this little thing here. Like, feel these little minis. This feels like a legit mini for a lot of them. But this...
I like these
minis. This is the cheapest basket possible. And it's... I don't know. I got that off of Wish.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
So Wish is legit. I've always wondered if Wish was legit.
It depends. You got to read... There you go. Here's RC DiscGolf.
Oh, there we go. See? Look at that. Look at that logo. We're going to start repping this logo. It's going to be everywhere.
Hopefully.
That's the plan.
I got to get people on board to help because I can't create things. So unless my wife, she's pregnant right now, so she's out of commission for the moment of doing some labor for me. But
she's busy growing a human inside her.
She's doing different types of labor. And then a few more months will be pretty intense. But yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah.
The plan is to get shirts and hats, maybe glasses. I would love to try to get shoes done.
Shoes and socks would also be pretty good.
Those are like a hot ticket in the disc golf world.
Yeah.
Too. So, I mean, I go through, socks you go through forever.
Yeah.
I mean, but like shoes, what are like the perfect shoes? You want to have waterproof, lightweight, something kind of flexible.
Yep.
For the most part.
Something durable.
And durable, and with a good grip, too.
Yeah.
I don't want to be slipping on a T-pad just because I don't have a good enough sole on the bottom of my shoe.
For me personally, I'm a toe dragger when I throw.
Mm-hmm.
So I constantly go through shoes like crazy because the mesh of running shoes don't hold up on the concrete T-pads. So within a couple of weeks, I'm buying a new pair of shoes because they're already ripped open.
I'm using work boots right now. I'm using composite toe work boots.
Yeah.
That's what I'm playing in right now.
Well, for winter, it makes sense because it's cold.
It's wet. It's wet. It's muddy. I'm going to wear boots.
Yeah.
So, and they're better than my big winter boots. I can't walk around in those big clunky things.
No. And throwing in them, good luck.
Yeah. Not a good run up.
No.
These big winter boots.
So, after been playing with practice rounds to me for about 4 weeks now? Maybe?
4 or 5, yeah.
How are you feeling going into this season?
I have high hopes, actually. I really do. Jesus, I don't know. I say that all the time. I have high hopes. Every practice round we go into, it's like, it's going to be a high-scoring round, and then I'm 10 over par. So,
yeah.
I mean, yesterday, I guess it wasn't that bad. I did have a lot of bad shots. I've had only pars and bogeys. I didn't have a single birdie yesterday, and I was 7 over.
Yeah.
So I maintained, I guess, a decent score.
Yeah, for
what the weather conditions was. It was 19 degrees when we started
19
playing?
degrees, and then the wind picked up like usual for us.
Mm-hmm.
Probably about halfway through, the wind started picking up.
Oh yeah.
And then I looked at my phone and it was saying with the wind, it was reading about 3 degrees.
Really?
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, these discs are not going to fly at all.
Yeah, it was cold. It was rough. So, I mean, hopefully we're done with that. I don't even have the light on right now. I have the windows, the drapes open in the windows. It's nice and sunny outside, blue skies.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still wind outside, but it seems like a much better day today than it was yesterday.
I mean, I'm even looking at pulling the bike out of the shed. Yeah, because they're calling 60 degrees, so that's riding weather.
Yeah, all right. I gotta fix mine.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna be pressuring me into doing it now.
Yeah.
I haven't rode in probably about 2 years.
Oh.
They've just been sitting in pieces in my shed.
Yeah.
We'll fix them. We'll get out there. we ride into the park with my disc golf backpack on, and
Yeah, that's the best way to roll up to a tournament.
I've done it before. I went to Shore Winds shootout, but I had my father's motorcycle. I rode it all the way out to Shore Winds.
Nice.
I ended up leaving early though because it was going to rain.
Yeah.
And he didn't want it to get wet.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want to get yelled at. It's his Harley. It's not my bike. I'm not going to let it sit out there. And then plus riding that all the way home from Shore Winds, it's like what, 40 minutes.
I've never been out to Shore Winds, so
right on the lake. So it's a ride out there, and to ride home being soaking wet on the bike with a heavy disc golf bag on my back, it would be very uncomfortable.
Yeah. So yeah.
I just DNF'd out.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah.
It hurt my rating, but pretty good though.
Yeah. We definitely got to get our ratings up this year.
I plan on getting in. My goal. What am I even at? I don't even know what I'm at.
I'm at 844.
I think I'm 32. 832.
Yeah, I'm at 844.
I'm just gonna say that. That sounds right. So if I can get 880, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
I think that's feasible.
It's possible. I mean, if you just stick to your game plan and play clean, no reason why you can't.
Like I don't know how many points you can go up per round.
I have no idea.
So, but I mean, 30, 40. If I can go up another extra, 40 points, I think that's doable within a season.
Yeah, I mean,
especially for how much we play.
Yeah, I mean, beginning of last season, I was pulling 700 rated rounds, and towards the end of the season, I was pulling like 890 to 900 rated rounds, and my rating didn't go up as much as I thought.
Yeah, it jumps up like 7 or 10 points.
Yeah. So I went from a 700 rating at the beginning of the season and then finished off at 844. So I was expecting like once I started like the second half of the season, I started pulling.
Okay, so you jumped over 100 points though within the season.
Yeah.
Oh, we can hit 900 this year then.
Yeah.
Why not? Let's shoot for 900.
There we go.
Let's get up there. Then we're definitely going to be at MA2.
Yeah.
So that's the goal. The goal is to get some hot rounds at the beginning of the season and hopefully move up halfway through.
Yeah.
So that's my goal this year.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
And it comes
and one win. Shooting for one championship.
Yeah. I'm not. If it happens, it happens. If not, no biggie.
Man. I'm going for it.
I'm just aiming to play clean. That's it.
That's the goal too. I mean, that's the end all be all right there. Is to just don't get in your head.
Yeah.
And just play a clean route every shot.
Yeah, because all last season I was all about, this hole I got a birdie, I get this, I have to play good, and now
it gets in your head, and now you miss the birdie, and now you're stressing out because now you have to make par or you're going to be screwed. You're going to get a bogey, and you're just going to keep counting up those bogeys.
I mean, we had that conversation yesterday.
That's exactly what I did yesterday.
Yeah, me too. Like, hole 2, remember how I flicked it right up, and I was probably, 35, 40 feet away from the pin?
Mm-hmm. By the way, yesterday we were at Outwater Park. So
yes, Outwater. Yes. We kind of jumped over that one.
Yeah, hole 2, you try skipping through the pine trees on the right side, right?
I just try and hit. I try and flex the forehand in between that tree and the one pine tree.
Yeah.
Yeah. And normally it sits like right by the pin where it's an easy bird. Mm-hmm. Yesterday I was about 40 feet short, and I was thinking because I birdied the first hole. I almost aced hole 1, by the way. Hit the band.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
But so anyways, for hole 2, I was about 40 feet short, and my putting range is about 25 feet. Like 25 feet, I'm good. Anything beyond that, I should be just laying up for par.
Yeah.
I was thinking, I was getting ready to putt. I was like, I shouldn't run this. Don't run it. Just lay up. And I decided, you know what? I'm going to run it. I'm going to go for this bird. And what I do, missed it and went 25, 30 feet past the pin.
Yep.
Then coming back, I had to lay up and then tap it in for a bogey.
Exactly. That's that mental game right there.
Yeah.
Because you, like you said, hole 1, which honestly, if you would have aced hole run right off the bat, would have been fantastic.
Yeah.
Great start to the day, acing hole 1.
Yeah.
You hit the band and you landed maybe 15 feet away from the basket for an easy birdie. And I know it was in your head. You wanted to ride that train out.
Yeah.
Great shot, easy birdie, and you wanted to continue it going. I love doing that.
Yeah. And then
I ruin it.
Yeah. Then we got to hole 3. I was up on the tee pad, and I shanked my shot, hit that it looked like a...
Dude, that
what
tree
kind
needs
of
to
tree
go.
is it? Like a willow tree?
It is a dead tree that needs to be drilled out of the ground.
Yeah, it's the first one after all the pine trees that you shoot through.
After the Mando trees.
Yeah, it's the first tree off to the right. I shanked my shot, hit that tree, died down right behind it, and then left me to scramble and then pitch up and then tap out for another bogey.
Did I par that one, or did I bogey as well? Because I hit the same tree you did.
I think we both bogeyed, but you had a way better scramble shot up to the pin.
Yeah, hole 3 I bogeyed as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, my second shot was better, but then I didn't want to overshoot and go down the cliff, so yeah, I laid up for a bogey. That's what I did too.
Or sometimes that's a better kind of a mindset. Take the bogey, and then just move on to the next hole. Play safe instead of being like kind of further out where it's kind of iffy, where it's like, oh, I could make par, or this could turn into a triple bogey if I go down the hill.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes it's just a better idea to pitch up and just tap it out.
Especially because I think isn't it usually out of bounds right off the top of the ridge right there?
I think so, because they don't want you going in front of the next hole.
Yeah, the next hole's right underneath it. Yeah. So that would make sense if you overthrow that and miss the basket. You're going out of bounds, and you're definitely looking at a double bogey. Yeah. At that point. I mean, yeah, that's a smart play, especially if you came clean through 1 and 2, like with a birdie and then a par. Yeah. Hole 3, if you lay up for a bogey, it's fine, because hole 4 is really short. Yeah. Which should definitely be a birdie if I knew how to putt good. Yeah. So I think I hit the cage, and that was just a par for me there. Yeah, I parred that one out too, just because that's what I always do on that hole. The thing that I really like I really do like Outwater Park. Yeah. I think it's great. I think it's a great layout. Obviously the riffraff we can do without and all the trash, but other than that, it's a great park. I just wish it was more maintained with the trimming of the trees. Yeah. A lot of them are overgrown. There's one of them, actually, again, hole 3, once you get up closer to the basket. Yes. You can't even stand there because the branches are like they're like down past your head, like at chest level. You literally have to crouch down. Yeah. And this is winter still. There's not even... Yeah, no leaves on it yet. Wait till the tree's all grown up. You can't even get underneath it. Yeah. It's going to be a terrible spot when we actually compete there. But hole 6, that long uphill hole, it's 475. I par that hole now. Yeah. And almost consistently. The last 2 times we were there, pars. Yeah. And that's a huge achievement, because it's always bogey or double bogey on that hole. Sometimes triple. I've triple bogeyed that one. I was just really excited yesterday because I was out of position the whole way up, and I had to keep backhanding it. And I somehow parred it just backhand. I was never in a position where I could toss the forehand. Yeah, so I was like, great. Sweet. We're going to do those practice rounds too. Yes, backhand only. Backhand only rounds. I actually want to do a forehand only round too. I want to go to Pine Woods and just do forehands for every hole. Actually, not every hole, every shot. Yeah. Like putting, forehand. Up shot, forehand. You're on forehand on putt? Forehand every shot, yes. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. That's going to be interesting. Well, those touchy little forehands with the putter, if you got to flex around a tree real quick and have it flop down. Yeah. If that comes in handy. I found myself doing that a lot more end of last year and early this year. Yeah. Doing a little forehand, a little touch shot with the putter. Yeah. So if I can dial those in too, it's just going to be a much better way to scramble. Yeah. Now, if I can get my backhand accuracy better, like what hole was that? 12? For what? The shot yesterday. My backhand, where it went like pin deep, but it was OB. Yeah. I have no accuracy at all, but that's I got tons of power for that, but we watched it go straight, and then it turned to the road and never faded. We had a left to right crosswind too. Yeah. So I'm thinking it pulled it towards the road a little bit more. But if you had a more of a overstable disc, it should have fought back. Yeah. Yeah, I think you got that shot for sure. Yeah, I shot the escape on that one. Perfect condition. You have a great shot right up the gut there on hole 12. Along the roadway, and then just an easy pitch up for par. Yeah. Most definitely. I'm going to try that route too. That's another reason I I want to do more forehanding again because I want to get that. I want to get that distance
Because just like we were talking about yesterday, for you, your approach game is like that's like the best part of your game. Is no matter where you are, you're able to approach up and get yourself in perfect putting position every time.
Thank
so
you.
for that hole, what you should do, like we were talking about yesterday, just get yourself to the open instead of trying to force a shot between the spruce tree and that one tree like you've been trying.
Yeah.
Get yourself out to the open. Just take whatever distance you get, but make sure you're out in the open, and then just approach up, and then you can tap out for par.
That's the plan. If I can remember to do it, and when the situation requires it.
Yeah.
Because that's one thing I want to get better at doing is doing these practice rounds and then transferring it over into a competition. I always I'll throw something and be like, that was not the right disc for this hole. Or that wasn't, I shouldn't have done forehand. I should have flipped up, turn over backhand or something. Whatever the situation is. And then I'll go to the actual event and I'll do the same throw that didn't work during my practice round.
And then you stand there.
Maybe this time it'll work.
Yeah. And then you stand there like, oh, that was dumb.
It was very dumb.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have done that. Like with hole 6, the way that I have it at Outwater, I try to forehand something up there, just get it flat in the middle of the fairway. I want to try doing something a little more stable, straight up the fairway.
Yeah.
And just get to a nice spot.
Yeah.
And then same shot, second shot, same shot. Just keep moving it up the fairway.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to power first shot, power second shot.
Yeah.
Because then I end up overturning it. I hit a tree, and it's a tight fairway. If you hit a tree and you go right, and you're out of bounds, and you're in the road.
Yeah.
And so it's just because I can throw a lot of them nice and straight now with those flip up hyzers that I keep doing. So if I can just keep doing that, move up the fairway, I should be able to par that hole every time. Maybe in the future get a birdie.
Yeah, that would definitely be. It's possible.
It's definitely possible. I've seen it done.
Yeah.
I just don't have the skill yet, or I don't want to. I feel like I got the power.
Yeah.
I just don't have the skill to draw it out of me yet.
Yeah.
So once that gets developed, it'd be great.
Yeah, we definitely gotta start going to even practice rounds. We gotta be more confident. We gotta stop thinking of ourselves as oh, we have to birdie to do good. It's we gotta realize that no, we're actually getting to the point where we're skilled enough. No matter what, we can par out.
Mm-hmm. The birdies will come on the holes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that those will just fall into place once we get to there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been realizing that a lot.
Yeah, so we gotta get out of this mindset of to be good, we need to birdie. It's no. We're to the point now where no matter what, I could par out on this hole and that hole, and the birds will just come on their own.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, because almost every hole. Let's see, I can go through the ones that I've definitely birdied at Outwater. Hole 1, I've birdied. Hole 2, I've birdied. 3, not yet. That's a far shot to.
Yeah, I've parred it, and that alone was that feels like a bird on that one.
Yeah, that's a tough hole. 4 I've birdied, 5 I've birdied, 7 birdied, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 no, 13 I've birdied, 14 no, 15 yes, but with a huge putt.
Yeah.
16 same, a huge putt.
Yeah.
I just got lucky on those ones. 17 I've birdied, and 18 not yet.
Yeah.
Even though that's a nice open shot, I should be able to birdie that one.
Yeah. Hole 18, I always have to take power off because I'm afraid of sending my disc and hitting somebody's car.
Just do it.
People park their car basically kind of behind the basket, even though there's a couple probably 20, 30 feet or more in between the basket and the road. But if you're not careful, you can get one to hook up and it just goes. I'm always afraid of hitting someone's car, so I take a lot of power off and just kind of flick it gently, and then I'll just par out.
I don't think you should do that. I think you should go for it.
Yeah, I'm just too afraid.
Don't be afraid. They shouldn't park there.
Yeah.
No. Excuse me. I had Burger King for lunch.
Ooh, there you go.
I'm burping now. I got some indigestion. So Burger King and a beer. But what else was there? Oh, there's something I want to bring up with you, which I think would help us with our practice rounds as well. I want to make it a little friendly competition between us. So I'm going to build out a bracket. Well, kind of like a bracket. It's just going to be you, me, and the winner of the week gets a gold star next to their name.
Ooh.
And we're going to keep going out for the end of the year.
Gold stars.
And then the winner at the end of the year gets a prize.
Ooh.
So what do you want to make the end of the year? The actual end of the season? Like after the last tournament we do?
Yeah, last tournament.
Or do you want to do like an end of point series?
Or after.
There's going to be a lot more after point series that we're doing.
Or we could do like we can finish off the whole competitiveness like with a after all the tournaments are done, we do a practice round.
Final practice round.
Final practice round, end of 2024 season, and then that'll be the end of it.
Well, that'll be the end of it, but it's still gonna.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Winner take all on that one? All your hard work of you crushing me throughout the year. Right now we're even 2-2.
Yeah.
So we're right there next to each other. So you got 2 on me and I got 2 on you.
Ooh.
So we're
didn't even know we were tied 2-2.
Yep. Huh. Well, the one round in Wilson that we both kind of like destroyed because of the snow and the wind and the cold, we just deleted that one.
Yeah.
So that's out. So we're gonna just start at 2-2.
Okay.
So yeah, I got a nice poster board downstairs, and I'll go.
Oh, perfect.
Make a nice little chart.
There we go.
Yep, and we'll have a prize for the
Keep
end of the year.
tallying it up. And then we'll do a double star for a tournament. Like if someone beats, like if I beat you,
I was just gonna do practice rounds. You want to throw tournaments?
Yeah, we'll throw tournaments into it too.
Double star, you're really throwing. Oh,
yeah.
Man, pressure getting thick over here.
Yeah.
All right, fine.
And I figured we'd be in the same division the whole season. Like when you jump MA2, I'll be jumping too. So.
I think we'll be right next to each other for sure.
Yeah.
So. All right.
Yeah. Double star.
May the best man win.
Yeah. What are we winning?
Huh?
What are we going to win?
Well, I'm going to call this. It's going to be the RC DiscGolf Battle for the Belt Championships.
Perfect.
And I showed you
the
what
belt.
It was. I showed you the belt.
Yes.
So that's what we're going to do. Winner gets the belt.
I'm going to be like Conor McGregor. Just have tons of belts everywhere.
Okay. I'm excited. I thought of this last night when I was at work. I worked and I was late and tired and I'm running random thoughts through my head. I was like, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I had to write it down and everything.
That'll be
Make
pretty
sure
cool.
I remember it. So there's that. What else you had? You wanted to bring up something. You texted it to me.
Yeah, I can't remember. This is why I send you notes.
This is why you texted it to me. All right.
I always have all these good ideas and then I forget them.
Okay, practice round at Outwater. We talked about that. Weather, cold, breezy. Yep. Check. You wanted to talk about our confidence.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, we kind of briefly touched on that.
Yeah.
Stop being so hard on ourselves. Play to our strengths.
Yep.
Talked about that too. Play smart, high percentage shots. Pitch up when you know. We covered all of this.
Yeah.
Stuff. Tap in for par. Look at us.
Yeah. We're starting to get this podcast thing down.
Maybe. It's getting there. I'm actually excited. I'm so excited for this year to start.
Yeah.
Like I thought it was the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I want to go. I watched. I was watching the chess.
The chess invitational.
Yep.
I
was watching that last night. I didn't finish the first round yet, but yeah, it's nice to see Paige Pierce back.
Yes, she's looking really good, which I was very surprised with her leg.
Yeah, there's I guess some ways they were talking about the that patent pending shot, it's like over the back.
Yeah.
Whatever. That's still rough for her. Apparently, that puts a little too much pressure on the ankle.
All she needs to do is just do a forehand like I do. Just step out and just flick it.
I don't think I ever really see Paige throwing forehands.
No.
Now that I think of it.
She has posted that she's been working on them. They look pretty good, but in those situations, I always wondered why people stand awkward and throw. It's just step out with a forehand and just flick. It's way easier.
If you got the shot, yeah. But I never see her throw a forehand.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of them that I guess that course is really hard that they were playing at.
Yeah.
And I mean, names that have been mentioned were Holland
Hanley.
Yeah, Holland Hanley, Kat Merch. They've been dominating already. First, is this actually first official event of the year? Yeah,
unless you want to count the All-Stars from last week.
Oh, no, I didn't watch any of the All-Stars, except for the highlights that were on Instagram.
Yeah, that's all I did was watch the highlights of that one, because it was just kind of I was kind of only interested in the distance competition, honestly.
Yeah, that was huge.
Yeah.
So, yeah, stuff like that. I mean, yeah, this is awesome. I was at work, I'm watching disc golf. It's fantastic. I'm not really paying attention to what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to get this going.
Yeah, I just kind of glanced at the scorecard this morning, and my guy Brody. I thought Brody. I thought for sure, man. I thought this was gonna be the one for you, bro.
Spoiling it for me. I'm not there yet.
Well, I'm just mentioning my favorite guy, Brody.
Did he get? Is he on? Did he make it to lead card for what? Is it round 2's over with, right?
They're in their final round.
Yeah,
He's
okay.
nowhere close. Unfortunately,
I watched Jomez Pro, and they're a little bit behind on the
they're a
coverage.
day after.
Yeah. So that's all right.
Yeah, I just I didn't look who won because I just have it set up where I can see who my favorite players and where they are.
Okay.
And I thought Brody was gonna pull through on this one for me, but
I'm rooting for Brody as well.
yeah, I'm a huge Brody fan.
Brody Stevens, right?
Brody Smith.
I know.
Smith all day.
I don't know. First name that popped into my head. I don't even know Brody Stevens. Yeah, Brody Smith. I started following him when he started playing disc golf.
I followed him when he was doing trick shots.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Like that.
With Dude Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's when I started following him. I'm like, oh, this dude's pretty good.
Yeah, I was with it. So I'm excited to see him progress even more. Same thing with Ezra. I don't see enough of Ezra.
Yeah, Ezra Ainerhold.
Yeah. Aderhold.
That dude's just jacked.
Whatever.
Dude, he can he can throw he's so he can chuck that disc.
He can.
That's insane. And he makes it look effortless.
Not as good as AB apparently.
Yeah.
But sorry, Ezra.
Yeah.
we all watched it.
Well, we'll see if AB can get over the final round slump.
He was doing good at chess event as well. And who else too? Oh, it was nice seeing Chris Clemens
Yes.
playing.
So
I don't see him a lot either.
This was I actually caught a couple highlights of him throwing, and this is the first time that I actually watched him throw. I'm like, oh my god, this guy prefers to throw in the forehand over the backhand. I'm
lefty baby.
Yeah, lefties. But then I was also thinking to myself, because I'm a forehand dominant player, so I always choose forehand first. And he was doing that. I'm like, oh yes, finally forehands.
What are you talking about? Owen Scoggins does it.
Yeah,
She's a forehand destroyer every shot.
Dude, she's she'll flex that thing and land it perfect, exactly where she wants every time. Mm-hmm. It's insane.
That's again playing to your strengths.
Yeah,
she knows what that disc does.
I was surprised I didn't see Jake Wolf on this one. I didn't see his name anywhere.
Oh, maybe he's just, I don't know.
I was kind of bummed out because I was that's another one of my guys. Chandler Kramer's there and he's doing all right.
I think that actually Wolf probably would have done pretty good at that course, I think.
Yeah.
With his
Tomahawks. Yeah.
Oh, it was very windy though.
Yeah.
It was very windy there.
Yeah, I pay close attention to a lot of forehand players. That's my game. So anytime someone forehands and that's their main throw, I get pumped up. It's yes.
I don't get fired up that way, but it is nice to see lefty players out there representing.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of us.
No.
No, I don't. I only know about maybe 2 others here, and they don't compete very often.
I've only ran into obviously you and I think Anthony. Is Anthony George? He's.
Oh, I don't know.
Is he lefty? I think he might be.
I don't know. I thought you meant Creek.
No,
he's not.
Anthony Creek's righty.
Yeah, I don't know.
I might be wrong with that. Maybe he is. I couldn't remember. But I mean, other than you, outside, I haven't ran into any other lefties in our division.
Yeah, I'm the only one you need to know.
Yeah. So every time you get up to throw, it's wait, what? Yep. Everyone takes a double take.
Yeah, I know. It's not that hard. I mean, probably because the way that I set it, especially if I'm going to throw forehand, it kind of looks like I'm setting up for a righty backhand until you see the disc go in to my left hand and back the other way. You're like, wait, what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
So I can understand you getting a little confused sometimes.
Yeah.
Same thing, I guess. Yeah. If I'm going to throw a backhand, you think I'm going to throw a righty forehand.
Yeah.
It's not the case.
Yeah.
Whatever. Get confused. Let me throw you through a loop.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're going to get way more confused throughout the year goes on. You're like, how did you just make an 80-foot putt? Yeah, it's easy.
Yeah. So that brings up this point. So remember the clip that you sent me the other day with Yuli talking about putting, circle and putting. So that's actually what helped me, like with my putting, because before when I was trying to line up my knuckle to the chain, trying to get my arm just right, then get the weight transfer, and then like Yuli was just saying, just keep it simple. So that's all I've been going through my head is when I go to putt, just keep it simple, and I don't even think about it. Just toss it in.
What does he do? He just lines like pretty much the elbow up.
He just talks about just
minimizing risk control.
Yeah, he said he basically talks about minimizing all thoughts and just keep everything basic and simple. Just toss it in, and then that's what's worked for me.
Yep, I was trying it a little bit yesterday as well, but I definitely underpowered a lot of the putts. That's why they kept hitting the cage.
Yeah.
So
it was also cold though.
It was cold.
I mean, I couldn't feel my hands by the time we were at hole 4.
Also, trying to adjust your form and style on the fly.
Yeah.
It's not
easy.
It's not ideal. I wouldn't recommend doing it either.
Especially not during a tournament.
I've done it during the tournaments. I've changed my grip completely during the middle of a tournament.
No,
yeah.
I wouldn't be able to.
Sometimes in the middle of a throw, I've done that. Like if I'm going to pitch up, I just grabbed a driver, but like sometimes when I'm just going to pitch up for a nice layup and I got my thumb or finger here.
Yeah.
Or like maybe I should just actually throw the putter, nice and like giving a good spin up there, and then like in the middle of my in the middle of my X step, I'll move my finger.
That's crazy.
And then like now my hand's fanned out instead of gripping it, I'll fan my hand out.
Yeah.
So I just completely ruined my shot in the middle of my X step because I can't decide on what grip I wanted to use. I do that so many times.
Oh. You just gotta commit.
I gotta commit.
That's it. Just
gotta
commit.
Be more confident and commit.
Yeah.
So, I found this thing on Facebook, Disc Golf Words of Wisdom. I didn't start following them, but I did take a little screenshot of the one thing here because it does go with like a lot of what we're doing. First point here is that shoot for par, the birdies will come.
Yep.
Very first thing. Next thing is learn to throw a few discs well, as opposed to several discs mediocre.
Yeah.
Mediocrity.
Yeah. That's why.
Mediocrely.
That's why, like,
that's how I say it.
Just like in the last podcast when we were going through the bags, that's why I have so many repeats. Like same in because I keep my forehands are it's just the glory, the honor, and the felon.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
That's what Owen Scoggins does. She throws the destroyer for like first shot, second shot, until she gets to the pin and she can putt.
Yeah.
It's the same disc that she's thrown.
And the funny thing is, like, when I'm on a card with somebody and I see all these different, like, discs, it stresses me out. Like, it instantly starts, like, I can start stressing. It's like, oh my God, there's just too much. I just can't.
I don't have a single repeater in my bag.
Yes, that's why I avoid looking at your bag, because it stresses me out. It's like, oh my God.
But I know what those discs do, though.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I do know what those discs do. I just don't, I'm not new enough I'm too new with them still to know when to use them.
Yeah.
I know what they do, but like when should I use it is what I'm still figuring out.
Yeah.
So the other one is throwing a disc is like riding a bicycle. If it senses any kind of fear it heads for a tree. I don't know if that's true.
Yeah. It's so true. Just don't even think about the tree. The tree's not there.
So yeah, if the disc senses any kind of fear, it heads for a tree.
Because the second you go to throw, and like, let's just use hole 3 at Outwater when we're shooting out for the Mando.
It's right in front of us.
But if you're about to throw and your eyes quickly glance at the tree, at that Mando tree, you'll hit it. But
I do teach my son when he's putting to look at the basket.
Yes.
Because he'll look at me if I'm watching, and now it's shanked. But yeah, I tell him that.
Yeah, your disc will go where your eyes are.
That's I've never hit a tree while riding a bicycle though. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing. Throwing a disc is like riding a bicycle.
Yeah, meaning it
should come naturally.
It comes naturally. You don't have to overthink it. It just works.
If you say it that way.
Yeah.
I took it as like if you look at a tree on a bicycle, you're gonna hit the tree.
Well, just like us riding motorcycles. What's the first thing they teach us going through turns? Don't look at the object. Look through the turn.
Yeah, look through the turn. Yeah,
yes. Right. It was item fixation or something like that.
I don't know the technical term for it.
Yeah, First thing that they teach
sounds
you.
correct.
Yeah, first thing they teach you in riding motorcycle, look through the turn, not at the telephone pole that's at the turn. Because if you look at the telephone pole, you're hitting that telephone pole.
All right. Okay. That makes sense. And there's a question now. If you're out with a group and someone is welcome, this doesn't make sense. Someone doesn't know how to use grammar. Okay, so if you're out with a group and someone is playing through solo, I don't know why it says welcome in the middle there. Offer for them to throw a few holes with you. Sometimes it means more to them than you know.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So would you? I got no problem playing with people.
Yeah.
If I saw someone going solo.
Yeah, because they might be newbies, just kind of trying to figure something out. And if a higher, what they view as a higher, ranked player or someone better, if they offer, hey, want to throw, they'll be like, heck yeah, I want to learn.
I've actually done this. I went to, I wasn't with the group, I was going solo myself. And I was at Ellicott Creek. And so I'm at hole 1, just stretching and warming up. And another guy shows up. He's like, waiting for someone? I'm like, nope, just going through. He's like, oh, me too. You want to play together? I was like, sure. So me and this random guy that I've never met, we just played around together at Ellicott Creek. It was great. We were pretty closely evenly matched. And I almost aced hole 2 with this guy at Ellicott Creek. I had to skip, and it went through the chains.
Oh.
Yeah, just didn't. Man, if it was more center, if it would have hit the pin center chains, it probably would have stayed, but it skipped through the chains. And yeah, he was my only witness, and I don't remember his name.
Dang. Yeah, so I always offer it.
Magic can happen.
Yeah, I always offer it, and I give them the option. Or do you want to play through?
Yeah.
So it's always up to them.
Yeah, especially if you're with a group of 4, 5 even sometimes. Yeah, solo player wants to go play through. I always ask to play through. If I catch you up at every hole,
yeah,
let me pass you.
I was kind of hoping that we'd catch the group ahead of us yesterday. That would have been fun.
Yeah, that would have been fun. It would have made 5 of us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, the only time I play with those guys is at an event.
Yeah.
So that would have been cool. Maybe next time if we see them out again, because they were just finishing hole 1 when we got there.
Yeah.
Would have been fun. Another one says here, use what works. I've seen people drive with putters. Drive with putters consistently and putt with drivers and be very successful.
Yeah, play to your strength.
Who cares what you're supposed to do or what you're supposed to use? Use what works for you in that situation.
Yeah, most people will throw a mid. I don't throw mids. I throw 7-speed fairways. Those are my mids.
Okay, yeah, if you can get a good touch with those.
Yeah, and then and then people use a putt approach for approaches. That's where I use the Savior, which is a mid technically. Mm-hmm. And that's what I use them for. There's
lots of times I didn't use a mid. I would use after my drive. If I was within 100 feet, I'm using a putter.
Yeah.
And a lot of people would use a mid range.
Yeah. So basically, build your game around what works for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
And the best way to figure out what discs work best for you is go practice, do field work, get out on a course, because that's the only way you're going to know your disc.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I like that.
Yeah. If you want to get better, you got to put the practice in. You got to know your discs, what they do, and then you're able to build your game around what your strengths are.
I do got to get out in the field because I want to practice that flip-up turnover shot.
Yeah.
I want to get that dialed in.
Well,
right now I'm flipping up and it'll go straight, but then it'll still fade to the right. I want it to flip up and then just slowly keep fading left.
Yeah.
That's what I want it to do. So I want it to carry up a fairway, and I want to be able to go left into whatever pocket I have over there. Because if I got a high tree line on the right side, my options are just to throw straight, and hopefully it stays straight, or forehand something. Hope I don't fade. Hope I don't turn it over into the trees, and hope that it fades left like it's supposed to forehand.
Yeah.
Those are my only options. So say Wilson hole, I think 11. It's got a lot of trees and brush all on the left side, and then you got trees on the right side, but that's where it's more open, and then the basket kind of hooks around to the right. So for me, honestly, I think I should be forehanding through there and finishing left to give me a nice simple upshot to the pin.
Yeah.
I think that might be my move. Or if I can get something to flip up and turn over, it's going to flip up, go down that fairway, but it's going to keep turning left, and it's going to fade softly left. And it's going to end up still same kind of shot with the forehand if I was going to have a pitch up back for par, but I'll be a lot closer.
Yeah.
I might have a birdie shot.
Yeah.
So that's the plan that's in my head.
Well, we'll get to try it next week because we're going to be doing our practice round at Wilson next
I thought we
week.
were going to Como next week.
What's our schedule? I think it's Wilson.
We were just at Wilson last week.
Yeah, but we're going to play
go back
Wilson.
again?
Yeah, it's supposed to be 50 degrees. It won't be like 10 with
Okay.
wind.
I probably should have took a screenshot when you sent it to me.
Let's see.
I got to scroll. Yeah, 3 second.
Yep.
The second.
3-2 is Wilson, and Como's the 9th.
Okay.
Yeah. So
All right, yeah. Outwater Wilson, Como. Outwater Wilson, Como.
Let's see what the
Como.
weather report is so far for what they're calling for next Saturday. Next Saturday, 51 degrees, sunny. Out at Wilson. And wind, it's only 9-mile-an-hour gusts.
I'm calling for swamp though.
That's
my forecast.
I will
It's
take a
gonna
swamp.
Be wet on the ground and muddy. So
I'll
that's
take that over cold and windy.
True.
51 degrees, no wind. I'm pumped.
Just
I'm ready.
your run ups suck if you land in those areas. It's non-existent. You're doing a standstill in an ankle deep puddle.
Forehand, buddy. Don't really have a run up. It's just 2 side steps and a snap.
All right,
Yeah.
you got me on that one. I'm just gonna try to get over those spots, and we won't have to worry about landing in a puddle if I crush my drive.
So this will be, hopefully, if the weather stays what they're calling for, this will be our best weather day out there.
Nice.
So maybe we should be able to spank our personal best so far out there.
Oh, better than 10 over?
Yeah.
All right. I think I can do that. Actually, no. I think my best is 4 over. Then.
Yeah, I was going to say, you were 4, and I ended up 6 playing it blind for the first time.
That's one of the practice rounds I beat you on.
Yeah.
One of my wins. Check on the board.
Yeah, but now that I know the course, I
Yeah.
can definitely figure out some good shots.
Now that you know there's a prize at the end of the year.
Yeah, we're going to throw a little extra heat on these throws.
Yep. It's going to be fantastic.
It's going to be fun.
I'm excited to start. All right, Josh. Thanks for coming in.
Hey, anytime.
Well, I mean, you're supposed to be here, so.
Yeah. I don't have a choice.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in for this week's RC Disc Golf.
As always, keep it on the fairway.
Yeah. We'll see you out there. Bye.